10 best places to visit in Russia. The largest country in the world really has it all: mountains, valleys, frozen lands and warm sands, and an incredible number of amazing natural destinations to impress any visitor. Some of the oldest cities in Russia, including Moscow and St. Petersburg, still retain their imperial splendor, obvious not only in their architecture but also in their majestic parks, shopping centers, and even metro stations. Other cities and regions, including faraway destinations in Siberia and the Far East, offer a chance to explore things like the stunning beauty of the tundra and the northern lights, volcanoes, and more skiing than you could ever dream of. So here is the 10 best places to visit in Russia. 1. Lake Baikal. When it comes to breaking records, Lake Baikal is hard to beat. This massive high-altitude rift lake in Siberia is the oldest and deepest lake in the world, reaching a maximum depth of 1,642 meters and an estimated 25 million years of age. Baikal is also the largest freshwater lake in the world. Over 20% of the world's fresh water is in this lake. Although Lake Baikal is considered one of the clearest lakes in the world, this is particularly noticeable in winter, where, in some areas, it's possible to see up to 40 meters down into the water, even though much of the lake's surface freezes over for up to 5 months of the year. 2. Moscow. Since most international flights arrive or at least stop in Moscow, it's worth planning your trip so you at least have a few hours to explore the city. Russia's capital is a magnificent mix of greenery, stunning architecture, and lots of historical reminders of times gone by. Visitors to Moscow usually start exploring in the center, where the Kremlin, Red Square, and the colorful St. Basil's Cathedral are located. The shopping mall GUM, with its glass and steel roof, is also a popular destination, even by tourists who can't afford the luxury brands sold here, and a great place to try authentic Russian food. 3. St. Petersburg. Although smaller than Moscow, St. Petersburg actually has so much to offer, it's often impossible to see it all in one day. Compared to Moscow, St. Petersburg feels more European, fine art and exquisite design details mixing in with history around every corner. You can explore it on foot to admire the architecture up close and personal, or hop on a cruise to explore part of the 300 kilometers of canals that cut through the imperial city. For a stunning overdose of white and gold colors, visit Moika Palace, most famous for being the place where Rasputin was killed, and the neoclassical, 19th century St. Isaac's Cathedral, which is actually a Russian Orthodox museum. 4. Altay. The Altay Mountains in Siberia extend from Russia into China, Kazakhstan, and Mongolia. Traditionally inhabited by different ethnic groups involved in horse husbandry and forestry, it is also a very popular tourist destination for both locals and travelers. Together with a number of natural reserves and lakes, the Altay Mountains are part of a UNESCO World Heritage Site. There's a lot of untouched beauty in Altay, where frozen rivers and snow-capped mountains attract cross-country skiers and other outdoor lovers in winter, as well as hikers. The area around Aktru Glacier is especially popular for trekking kayakers and climbers in summer. More unusual activities, including diving, cave exploring, and urban mushroom picking, can also be pursued here. 5. Sochi. A summer beach resort town sitting right on the Black Sea, Sochi offers long stretches of pebble and sand beaches, imposing examples of Stalinist architecture, a summer film festival known as Kinotaver, and plenty of spas and outdoor markets to please all budgets and tastes. The longest river in Russia, Mizimta, cuts through Sochi before it empties into the Black Sea, and it's a very popular destination for rafting. The 3,000 square kilometer Caucasian State Nature Biosphere Reserve, just 50 kilometers from Sochi, is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and home to a number of unique species of flora and fauna, including the endangered Persian leopard. 6. The Russian Tundra. The tundra is a unique biome that only exists in or near the Arctic Circle. Here, temperatures are so cold that trees can't grow, and only moss, shrubs, and certain types of grasses can get through the winter. In most places, the tundra is synonymous with permafrost, meaning the ground is permanently frozen. In areas where the top layer of ground does melt during summer, marshes and streams will form over the land, leading to beautiful patches of colorful icy water. 7. Peterhof. Peterhof might be home to a university and a major Russian watch manufacturer, but this relatively small city's call to fame is the Peterhof Palace. Originally designed and built in the early 1700s for Tsar Peter the Great in a style that resembles the Palace of Versailles, the palace grounds cover an area of almost 4,000 hectares. There are 173 garden fountains around the palace, some, like the Grand Cascade fountains, with special features that activate water jets when people get close. The lower gardens, designed in French formal style, offer marble statues, shaded walking paths, and even an aviary pavilion. 8. Ulkan Island. One of the world's largest lake islands, Ulkan is covered in steep mountains, lush forests, and taiga. The island is in eastern Siberia and has a small permanent population that consists mostly of local Buryats, a Mongolic indigenous group who believes the island to be a powerful spiritual place. Tourism has become a growing industry on Ulkan Island, with visitors coming over to explore places such as the coastal sand dunes and the abandoned Peshnaya village and former Soviet labor camp nearby. 9. Petropavlos, Kamchatsky. Located in the Russian Far East, the city of Petropavlos Kamchatsky is surrounded by volcanoes, including the active, snow-capped Koryakskaya Sopka volcano, and cannot be reached by road. Those who take on the challenge and get here, however, will discover an active city center with tons of monuments, squares, and churches. The city lies right against Avacha Bay, a great place for a waterside stroll and to catch a whale-watching tour. Tours to the volcanoes should be at the top of your list if you visit here, but skiing on Krasnaya Sopka mountain and a visit to the world's only museum of salmon are also must-dos. 10. Vladivostok. Located near the borders with China and North Korea and just across the ocean from Japan, Vladivostok is Russia's largest port city. A major stop on the Trans-Siberian Railway route, the city was actually off-limits to foreigners during Soviet Union times and now receives lots of foreign visitors eager to discover it. The city is home to many parks and public spaces, including Sportivnaya Harbor with its beautiful beach and promenade, and the Eagle's Nest viewpoint at the top of a hill. Love to see more content like this? Hit the subscribe and bell button.